Well, hello everyone. Happy Monday to you all. Wanted to make a quick video. Hey, look, I know I haven't done a lot of basketball talk just yet. You know, March Madness is right around the corner, and we will absolutely get to that as that NCAA tournament gets closer. But I wanted to do an NBA video because we had a very surprise return over this weekend. Boston Celtics, a superstar. Jayson Tatum made a surprise return less than 10 months after rupturing his Achilles. Now, for those who are not Boston Celtics fans or a fan of Jayson Tatum, he is a six-time NBA All-Star. He has won 2 Olympic gold medals. And just 2 years ago, he was a first-time NBA champion when the Boston Celtics defeated the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA Finals. And that's Boston hoping to get back to another Finals again once the playoffs begin next month. So Tatum made his return on Friday against the Dallas Mavericks, and Boston able to win that. And then just yesterday and Sunday, big matchup against the Cleveland Cavaliers. These are the two teams I think you have to watch out for come playoff time, because now Boston with Tatum back to go with Jaylen Brown, that's going to be they're going to be a force to reckon with down the stretch. And then of course the Cavaliers with them acquiring James Harden. And Cleveland's been very good with Harden. They've won 8 of their last 10. Boston did win 109 to 98, and then Harden admittedly saying after the game, they still have some work to do to get to the level that Boston is on, because I think these two teams could see each other in the playoffs. I think it's going to be for must-see TV, and hopefully it's a deep series that goes the distance, the whole 7 games. Now, this is not a knock on what Detroit has done, because the Pistons have been fantastic all year. If their all-star guard Cade Cunningham leading the show, they've had the best record in the East for virtually the whole season. But let me say this: Boston is just 2.5 games behind them, taking that number 1 seed. So if you're Detroit, you better be careful, because if they're not careful enough, Boston can overtake them for that number 1 seed. If they end up in the Eastern Conference Finals and have a Game 7, that Game 7 would be in Boston, and that's what you work hard all regular season for, is to have home court advantage for a potential for a potential Game 7 in the playoffs. So we'll see how that works out. Hey, no shade to the Knicks either, because I know the Knicks were in the Eastern Conference Finals a year ago against the Pacers, and they seem like they've been solid all year. Again, Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns leading the way for them. So we'll see what happens come postseason time. So Tatum right now, he's on a minutes restriction, which honestly, it's the smartest thing to do for him coming back from such a major injury. I know Tatum, with the competitor that he is, he's not happy about that, but it's a really smart move by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla to kind of work his way back in that Celtics rotation as the playoffs get closer. Again, that's the main goal for Tatum now, to just be healthy and productive as you can be, just going into the playoffs, and just to know that Boston couldn't have a shot of winning their second championship within the past 3 seasons. We talked about the East. Let's look at the West real quick. So I know Oklahoma City, they're the defending champs. They've been phenomenal all year, 50-15. But let me tell you, Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs are just 2.5 games behind the Thunder for the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. So if you're OKC, you gotta really just just watch your back. And I think those two teams would be the overwhelming favorites, I think, to represent the West in the finals. If it's not Oklahoma City, once again, San Antonio could get in there, and that would kind of be like the new era for the Spurs. They made it all those years with Tim Duncan and Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, the big 3. So now it's basically Wembanyama is leading the show for them, man. He's definitely Definitely going to be a superstar in this league for a very long time. I know the old school heads are they kind of want to see LeBron making maybe one last attempt at finals appearance to try and get that fifth ring, but I think Lakers may have their work cut out for them come playoff time. I mean, the West has like so many talented teams. You got to contend with Anthony Edwards and Minnesota, and Kevin Durant, Houston, Nikola Jokic, in Denver, and then you got Suns and the Warriors. I mean, I know Golden State's just been sleepwalking all year, but hey, if you have a healthy Steph Curry on that roster, come playoff time, I mean, I feel that Golden State's always going to have a chance to, be competitive. Jimmy Butler as well. So, and I don't know, the playoffs are going to be interesting this year. So that planned tournament is going to start April 14th through the 17th, and then the first round of the NBA playoffs will begin on April 18th. Game 1 of the 2026 NBA Finals due to start on June 3rd. So we'll see what happens in the association. Just wanted to give you guys a quick NBA update. I know we haven't talked a whole lot of NBA, but the playoffs are coming. That's when people are going to really tune in. That's when you're going to start to hear more, chatter, whether it be, in your local barbershop or in your office at work, or maybe even, at the gym while you're playing pickup ball. That's when you can just really just talk, talk hoops, talk sports. And again, we got March Madness. It's coming up. The tournament is coming. We'll see. Can the Florida Gators run it back? We'll have to wait until the field of the field is released, and we can go through matchups, kind of see if there's any teams that are looking to make a that Cinderella run, or maybe it will be their usual big name schools making a deep run to Final Four. So we'll see what happens with that. I think that is going to do it for now. Again, reminder, World Baseball Classic USA playing Mexico tonight at 7 o'clock. I'm going to try to have a recap tonight, but if not, tomorrow morning, first thing. And then we got NFL free agency. That's starting Wednesday. It's going to be a crazy week, but you know what? This is what I live for, man. This is why I do this. So y'all just stay tuned. It's going to be crazy, but hey, I'm right here every step of the way. So have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we will talk soon.